what's going on, everybody? This big guy here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, just want to tune in and talk about uh, things that happened at the White House yesterday and the Black History celebration that was put on by the White House and the president. And what's so crazy to me is last year around this time, I was told the Black History Month was canceled. I was told the president canceled Black History. Like, don't act like y'all don't remember that. Don't act like y'all don't remember this shit. Last year around this time, we was told the Black History was canceled. We was going to be back in slavery. You know, we were getting deported. All black people were getting deported, getting sent to jail. You know, all that we was being told. All but I just want to highlight this one lady who spoke at the White House yesterday, and she was a grandmother. Grandson got killed, and she spoke passionately about this. I'm going to share my screen.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over because he allowed his constituents, his people to come to my house to interview me to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched. I rallied. I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime, you do harsh time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
And grandma said it. Grandma. Hey, grandma went in, man. Grandma went in. You know, clap it up for grandma. Grandma went in, man. Hey, the one thing I could say when people look at black conservatives now, you know, and of course I get the backlash on it, you know, and this was before I even like became a black conservative. When I was just independent, and this was made me like, man, you know what? I ain't with that side no more. When I was like really just being an independent and decided like I'm not voting Democrat, I'm not voting no way. Like I don't want to vote at all. And you know, people, family, and friends say, well, you got to vote for someone. Your ancestors died for the right to vote and all this. And I really wanted to say, well, that's what they died for. They died for the right for me to vote, but we in different times. If I don't like who was on the ballot, that don't mean I go and vote. And then they get you with the, oh, well, you got to vote for the lesser of the two evils. So you telling me that I literally got to go cast my vote for the devil and say, you know what, I'm gonna choose devil number one over devil number two. Like all that stuff just be like points for you to go vote Democrat anyway. Hey, when they break it all down, hey, you need to just go vote Democrat. That's what our grandmamas have told us. Just go vote Democrat. Just go vote Democrat. So when I start like getting like backlashes and being called a coon and being called a sellout and being called like all this negative stuff on social media and all this negative stuff and text trends, chat rooms and whatever, it was like, nah, bro, I can't rock with this. And it's no different. I really feel grandma pain right there. But she said, I don't care what nobody says. Help the man back. Leave the man alone. And that's how folks like really just feel right now. Because nobody was on the last administration back when they was doing what they was doing. They was influxing all these migrants and placing them, strategically placing them in our neighborhood, in the black communities. Nobody talked out. Nobody speaked out. Nobody marched. There were no protests. There were no marches, no chants. Our own black mayor did nothing but keep funding it. People that's supposed to be for us. So and when she says that her grandson got murdered and Democrats ain't do nothing for it, like trust me, it's a lot of mothers that feel that. A lot of mothers that be like, nobody came to my house to even speak to me, to even ask how I was doing. Nobody even, showed up to memorial services or anything like that. So, and understand this, and he didn't have to reach out to her. He didn't have to have his constituents reach out to her and to, offer her somebody come talk to her, then invite her to tell her story on Congress to pass laws for better crime control. Because listen, if you really think about it, in Washington D.C. and the press secretary, I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but the press secretary for the Biden administration went on and did a press conference and talked about how they was diminishing like all this crime. Like they stopped the minimum sentences on a lot of on sexual assaults, robberies. Like they stopped minimum sentences on like a lot of crimes. A lot of crimes they stopped minimum sentences on. And this lady grandson, was killed, and they start passing more laws, and that's why she said, "You take a life, you get life." We need laws like this. We need stronger. We need law and order back in this country. Because to me, if you personally ask me, hey, they stopped minimum sentences. They diminished crime rate because they knew they had these influx of immigrants that were criminals in this country that were going to commit crimes, and they need them back out on the street just for census points. Like it's all about. That's why they go to jail and they let them right back out before immigration can come in. That's just my thing. But yeah, that's how really uh, black conservatives, and that's why the Democrat Party. So many people are leaving and have left the Democrat Party. And the rest of the people that's still there just sit up and argue every day with the same talking. Like they have no policies or nothing to talk about. They argue the same talking. Racism and pedophilia. These are the same talking points. They sit up here and argue, and, and it's just wild. Am I saying like I think things that President Trump does, like some things do be racist. I don't think he's racist. I think some things he does do come off as racist to black people. Put it that way. But can I literally say that a man who's in a crime bill freed over 2,000 black people is racist? A man who appointed a black lady a pardon czar is racist? A man who just had a Black History reception party in the White House is racist? A man who helped fund Jesse Jackson presidential campaign is racist. And so when she talk about we need to get off this racism stuff, like we really do, we gotta move past racism because that's all they have to sell you on is racism. They have nothing else to sell you on. nothing. They have no policy. The only policies they have is government dependency, and you see how that's working out in New York City right now. That shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm just getting this channel up and going. I hope I can bring y'all great content that y'all like, that y'all enjoy.